This is Skill 34, Part 2. We're solving systems of equations using elimination. And in the first example, I'm going to multiply the top equation by 2 and the bottom equation by 5. So I get 8f plus a negative 10t equals 6. Then 15f plus 10t equals a negative 75. And I chose to drop out the t because I only had to multiply by positive numbers and not a negative number, and I'm less likely to make an error. So 23s equals negative 69. So if I divide both sides by 23, I get s equals negative 3. So if I put that in either equation, and I'm going to choose the bottom equation, so 3 times negative 3 plus 2t equals negative 15, or negative 9 plus 2t equals negative 15. So I'm going to add a positive 9 to both sides, and I get 2t equals negative 6, or t equals negative 3. And again, alphabetical, st, but in this case it didn't really matter because they're both negative 3. Moving on to b, I could multiply this bottom equation just by a 2, and if I did that, I would get 6x plus a negative 2y equals 24. And if I go to add down, I wouldn't have a variable drop out because I really should have multiplied by a negative 2. But I can correct that and go back and go ahead and do that. So then when I add down, I get a negative 2x equals a negative 14. If I divide by a negative 2, I get x equals 7. And then I need to put that in either equation, and I am going to choose the bottom equation. So 3 times x minus y equals 12. So 21 minus y, which again remember is plus a negative, equals 12. So I'm going to add a negative 21 to both sides. I'm going to get negative y equals negative 9. So that means y equals 9. So my ordered pair, alphabetical order, is 7, 9. And what I didn't do in either one of these problems is I didn't take the time to check them. But we really should check them in both equations. So if I check this one in the top equation, I get 28 minus 18, which equals 10. And it does check. And then this one back here, 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. And negative 5 times negative 3 is a positive 15. And that does give me 3. So it does check. So going on to the last page, we have some more examples. And we're going to do the same thing with these. And these are mixed, again, easy ones with hard ones. And if I choose wisely in A, I only have to multiply one of these, and I'm going to choose the top one, to multiply by a negative 1. So I get negative 9x plus 10y equals negative 2. And add to that the bottom equation. And I get 12y equals a negative 24. Divide both sides by 12. Y equals negative 2. And again, I can choose either equation to put that back into. And I'm going to choose the bottom one. So 9x plus 2 times negative 2 equals negative 22. 9x plus a negative 4 equals negative 22. So I'm going to add a 4 to both sides. And I get 9x equals negative 18. If I divide both sides by 9, get x equals negative 2. So alphabetically, x, y, and if I check them in my top equation, I get negative 18 plus 20, and that does equal 2. My next one, again, if I choose wisely, I only have to multiply one equation, and I'm going to choose to multiply the bottom one by 5. So 5a plus 3b equals 43. Negative 5a plus 35b equals negative 5. So 38b equals 38, and you can see that b equals 1. So I'm going to choose the bottom equation. So negative a plus 7 times 1 equals negative 1, or negative a plus 7 plus a negative 7 equals negative 1 plus a negative 7, or negative a equals negative 8, or a equals 8. Alphabetically, AB, 8, 1. And again, I should check. 2 more problems. The next one, I'm going to multiply the top equation by 2. So I get 2m plus 4n equals 12. Negative 2m plus 4n equals 28. So when I do that, I get 8n equals 40. So n equals 5. I'm going to choose the top equation. M plus 2 times 5 equals 6. So m plus 10 equals 6. Add a negative 10 to both sides. And I get m equals negative 4. Alphabetically, m, n. And I should check that in my other equation. I get 8 plus 20. It does equal 28. Okay. The last problem is one of the easier ones again. All I have to do is add down. So I get 2a equals 12. Divide both sides by 2. A equals 6. Then I'm going to put that in either equation, and I'm going to choose to put it in the top one. So 6 minus 2b equals 0. Add a negative 6 to both sides. And negative 2b equals negative 6. So if I divide by negative 2, I get b equals 3. So we're alphabetically 6, 3. And once again, I should check that in the other equation. So 6 plus 6 equals 12. It does check. And we are done with skill 34.